Guys, so I thought I would sit down and do a update with you. So it's been 4 weeks since I've been on keto, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. 4 weeks went by super quick for me, trying to find things to eat on a daily basis, stay within my macros, keeping my fats up, keeping your proteins moderate, and keeping your carbs low for me is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. The only struggles I've had for the first month was, the last portion of the month when I had my period, and the cravings that you have with that was the only struggle that I had with keto, because my cravings are usually like really fatty, disgusting, like French fries, stuff like that. I'm not like a real sweet type of person, so I like French fries and hamburgers that have buns and just really like hearty type things. So that was a struggle for me. After I got over that, it wasn't as bad. I do want sweet stuff on occasion, and trying to find certain things to come up with that's not going to compromise my diet and make sure that I stay within my calories and in my carbs and all of that's been a struggle. I have found a few different things. My husband has been doing so well, like it doesn't seem to affect him whatsoever. We were just talking today when we came home because we had some dishes to do, and my husband goes, that's what happens when you're on a diet, you always have dishes to do, because we're not eating out, we're not just running to the local hamburger place to get dinner or ordering pizza. We actually have to cook things now, which has made a lot more of a mess for us. Well, that's okay, but that's one thing that can deter people from going on diets and trying to find the balance of having to cook now and clean and find recipes that are going to match their diet and stuff like that. So that's been not a struggle, but annoying. It's more of an annoyance to have to clean up after yourself now. And I guess that's just a small annoyance for me. I love to look for recipes and stuff online, and I've always been that kind of person, so I will find ways around certain recipes to make them more keto. My husband made a pizza the other day it didn't have a crust at all. It was basically like a casserole that was layered. He layered bacon at the bottom, and then he layered the pizza cheese and the sauce and all that. It didn't have any dough in it whatsoever, and that was actually really, really good. For me, is not feeling like I'm missing out on something. I haven't felt that way, and I love to cook and bake things, and I watch a lot of cooking shows, and I do all that kind of stuff, which could be tempting for you if you like to eat a lot of that stuff. And I found that I'm not tempted to eat any of that, which I thought was just kind of amazing for me, that I'm not tempted to eat anything like that. So I feel like I'm doing really well as far as getting enough fats and getting enough protein and staying within my carbs. If I wasn't, then I think I would be having a harder time staying within my macros. I've lost around 10 pounds since we started. Went from a size 14 down to a size 12 again, which is nice. So that's a plus for me. It's a very snug 12, but it's a 12 at that. So, I can definitely wear it comfortably enough to wear it all day and not feel like I'm stuffing myself in something. So, I'm pretty happy about that. I'm really excited to see what happens in the future with this diet and see how much weight I can lose, and hopefully when I go and get my blood work done, my doctor will see that things are well as well. I don't have diabetes or anything like that, so I wasn't really concerned about that, but just all around blood work, I'm hoping that all of that is good. I've been finding things to substitute for things, and I think that my next cooking video is going to be a dessert video. I've done a lot of research on it, and I think that I can use my same recipes that I've used before, but incorporate different flour, like almond flour. I ended up picking up a different flour as well, because for some reason the coconut flour, let me see, where is it? In my refrigerator. yeah, hazelnut flour here. I ended up picking the hazelnut flour up because the coconut flour actually upsets my stomach, and it makes me not feel very well, which was kind of weird. It did the same thing with my husband. So if we're going to incorporate coconut flour, we're not going to incorporate a lot of it because it's way too harsh on our stomachs. So that's going to be one thing that we don't use as much. The almond flour is fine. I can tolerate almond flour. So I'm going to try the hazelnut flour, like a mix of hazelnut and almond flour, and some of like cake recipes and maybe some brownie recipes, and see how that works out. But other than that, I'm still on track. I'm still losing weight, and I feel pretty good. I haven't had any headaches or anything like that. And you know, I've had a lot of you tell me, you know, to make sure you incorporate certain things, and I have, and it's really helpful that you guys are giving me some really good advice on how to incorporate things and make things to make things better for me, which has been really, really nice for me that I have your support and you've been telling me, you know, what you guys do. Sherry told me that she has a air fryer, so I think I'm gonna go to Walmart and pick up an air fryer. That way I can make like zucchini fries, because I like zucchini and stuff like that. So I think the air fryer would help out a lot with like making chicken and just making just random things. So I think I may be picking up one of those. If you guys have any suggestions about things that I should pick up, let me know. But other than that, I think we're still doing really well. I haven't been down or anything like that. I can show you one of the desserts that I do. So it is, let me open up my refrigerator here. So it is these yogurts here. They're they say 0 on them. So these do have 0 sugar, no artificial flavors in them, and it has 0 fat. So that's where I was running into a problem with that. But it does have 15 grams of protein, which is really good. So if you're running low on protein in a day, you can have something like that. And then I end up putting just some pecans in there. Like I take like half of the amount of the serving. So it says 1 serving size is 1/4 of a cup, 28 grams. So I'll just cut that in half. My scale has different things that you can weigh things on. And then I'm taking a little bit of these Lily chocolate chips and I'm putting them in there as well. Again, I'm taking just like a half of that as well, depending on my macros for the day. So that's really helped me when I'm craving something sweet to stay on track with that. Just, you know, putting just like a few of those little chocolate chips in there, and then they're really good for you. They don't have a ton of different carbs in there. Monthly check-in, my 4-week check-in. I will be doing another check-in next week, and like I said, I'll be starting to do some dessert-like recipes that I find on the internet, or some of the ones that I'm just going to kind of tweak a little bit for the recipes that I have and see if they work out, and then hopefully you guys can add those to your recipes as well if you like to bake. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.